my esteemed family, how you doing? It's so bright. This place is so bright, and this is the only place that I know that at least the only position that I know. Very sorry for the noise. I'm at the playground. I took my kids for play, okay, before they get inside, Joe. So, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. It's another beautiful week. So, how has it been going? Hope you are there, gallivanting. Like what I mean by that, giving glory to God despite anything. Today's video is quite different from maybe what you might be anticipating. But I know sometimes I always do this. But today I need to, also share um, something like this again today, especially the way things are in the world. All right, just like an encouraging message. I know a lot of us are passing through difficult situations right now. A lot of us, some might be spiritual, some might be physical, and by the time you're overlooking all this, you think that everything is just fine with people. Everyone are passing through their own personal battles. I mean, there are some inner battles that people are passing through today. You might be thinking that yours is just the worst. There are some they've locked themselves. In fact, there are different episodes I've been hearing about people committing suicide. Why? Because maybe, I don't know, they call it some kind of issue, maybe struggles or battles or whatever might be situation why they just want to give up their lives. Remember that this life you have, you should not be selfish about this life. Why? Because people need you. People need you. God kept your life for a purpose. You don't have the right to kill yourself, because in the first place, God has purpose for bringing you into this world. And by the time you end up your life, before the purpose that God has sent into this world to fulfill, you have already defeated nature. You are defeated, like, I don't know, not like you're defeating God, because it's just yourself you are doing. There's some, they leave their beloved ones behind. And by the time, I remember by the time you are doing all this, that you have loved ones that you should not be selfish. You have loved ones behind that is going to mourn for you, that is going to miss you. There are a lot of positions that might be thinking that you're not occupying anything, like you're just in this world. Your presence is just there. There is no impact that you're making. You are making an impact. People need your lovely presence. People need there are different things that God have created people or different destinies. Okay, people need that advice that you give. People need your presence, and no matter the position that God has endowed or bestowed upon you to fulfill for people. People need you to fulfill purpose for them. There are a lot of things that you can do. Okay. So, and also, I still also want to advise for people that, they think that ending their life is just the end of whatever is that challenge. It's just like some people, they feel that the only way that they can end up anything that might be a worry to them is to go and get drunk. By the time you are drunk and you are back, and your eyes will just like, it will be clear. Or maybe the alcohol have gone off from your mind or from your sense or whatever it has occupied in you. And you now come back and realize that the same situation is still the same. It's not just a way of running away from that responsibility or whatever that you might be thinking about. Okay, so the essence of this video is just that people need you, and those people that go ahead to commit suicide or kill themselves or maybe harm themselves in one way or the other, just know that there are people that are passing through that situation like you do. There are some now, they're just anticipating, like what I mean by that, they're just nursing the idea of doing this, nursing the ideas of committing suicide, nursing the ideas of doing one thing or the other to themselves. And I'm here to let you know, don't just do that. Don't do that. Because if people tell you their problems, God, you will just go and console yourself and say, God, you thank God. That situation might be crying for, or might be thinking about, or maybe that want to make you think of committing suicide. If people tell you their own problem, you just go and be thanking God that thing that you call a problem that want to make you go and end up your life is what people are struggling as a prayer point. And God has answered in that part. There's some that are looking for the fruit of the womb. There's some that already, there are different things that people will tell you about. And like you that have kids, you might still be having one or two challenges or the other. So that's why this life, it's not just, you have different variety of accomplishment. Like you might get job, you might get a good, life to live. Like everything is just supplied for you. You have good home, your car, your marriage, everything is just going fine. But there's definitely going to be one or two things that people that you're looking about or you're admiring, like, oh God, I wish I can be like this. They tell you what they're passing through. You just go and console yourself and just keep yourself together. All right? And by the time you see all these situations that people are going through, maybe you are not seeing it, you don't even know what they are going through. this is the time for you to make that very situation of that individual of yours or loved one of yours a prayer point. You have to pray for this situation. I know there are some people that they've left their they might be at prayer platform. I've seen it before, prayer platform, or maybe they have different kind of challenge they're passing through. And when they hear other people's song, they're like, oh God, I think I have to. In fact, you just want to leave your own prayer point and be praying for those people. So a lot of children that have special needs. Let me just use that as an example. Special needs kids, especially in this period of school resumption, you might be called at any time in school from school authorities to come and pick your child because their crisis has started. This alone can make a mother to go, or maybe parents or any loved ones that have such kids to go and call. But that is not going to be the end of the world. God has purpose and reason for everything. When Jesus was suffering on the cross of Calvary, I'm sure a lot of them that were there, and not even I'm sure, you saw it in the Bible where the Lord was saying, oh God, the Son of Man, I wish you said you are a Son of Man. Call the God that you have been calling upon. You say you are the King of the Jews. Call that God that have been using you to heal the sick, to deliver people, to come and deliver you from here. And people never knew that he's the Son of God, but it took time. Like, God knows the reason why it had to take him 3 days for Jesus to rise up from the dead. Because I'm sure that a lot of them that they're already like, oh God, Jesus has gone and that's just it. You know, they feel that he has been defeated, but then they thought that God surprised them and he rose up again. Not that it's not going to be easy for God to resurrect him that immediate time or not allow that death to happen, but God has purpose. That's why I'm here to say this. God has purpose for everything. That very needs of that your neighbor or your loved one or whatever, you are selfish with it if you don't want to take it as a prayer point. What I'm saying is, go out there and ask people. Even if at all you feel that you're passing through that stage, just go to the hospital. You are fine. That is just it's a hope for you to believe that all things are going to be fine. No matter, a lot of people have bills to pay. A lot of them, they have loan they collected. Are they going to meet up with that loan? Different needs. If nobody is here to share something I'm sharing today, everybody are just there doing different, how do I call it, different videos on different their platforms or whatever, and nobody is there to encourage each other. My dear, in fact, we have already messed up. That's why I'm here to say this. We have to sometimes come up with something like this and encourage people out there. Okay? If you don't have anything that you know that maybe that is bothering you, I don't know what to do about, you go to hospitals. You can even go there and pray for them. If it's not praying for them, go and look for how you can, settle their needs that they want you to do for them. You can go to any hospital, ask, please, is there anything I can do for you? If it's washing clothes or buying any, you can even buy any beverage. You can buy beverage. You can buy anything at all. There's some that don't even have, they can't even take care of their square meals, 3 square meals a day. You can go and get something from the supermarket, any amount you have. Because those things that you're doing for those people, God can make those things make other people look at your needs and grant it for you. Because anything we do in this world, it has a paying back time. That prayer point you are praying for that person, there are other people out there. It's a seed that you are sowing if you don't know. People will also take your own prayer point. I'll be praying for you for that. Okay? It's just like Job. Job prayed for a friend. God answered his prayers. If you've not read the book of Job, go and read at the last part of Job, how his life, how it ended with him. You know Job very well, for those that know the story. You have to pray for it. God has a reason for everything. It's not like God is not aware that Job wanted to be tempted. God was aware. Okay? But there are some people, they don't look at it that way. They might think God has already given up hope. There are some that already, the fact that they are Christians, they are staunch Christians. I mean, their family members, anything that has to do with God, they don't joke with that. But when you see them passing through that situation, I'm sorry, there is flies that just perched on me. So when you see them passing through that situation, you might be thinking that, God doesn't love them. That's what they think. Some people will say God is wicked. God is just heartless. How can God see me childless and doesn't want to answer my prayer? Me that keeps going to church, me that keeps sowing my seed, me that keeps voluntary service for church. I've joined different organizations, but yet God has not answered my prayer. Even there are some people that because of that desire of children or whatever it might be they need, they've gone to church, they've committed themselves in different things. And why time God doesn't do it? God is not like man. You're like, so because God doesn't do it now, you will not give up those things you do for God. My dear, this is test. So have Christ Jesus. It's not something that, it's not a joke. You must pass through that trial I passed through. If you are somebody that really goes through the word of God, you understand all this. And it's not be strange to you. Pray for other people. Make their prayers, their needs, your prayer points. Because there are some people that thing that you are thinking that is answer prayers to is some people's prayer points out there. Okay? So I hope this is able to touch some people out there. I just hope that this video is able to reach someone, no matter even if at all it's one person, just to gain something from whatever it is that we all are passing through or going through. So there's no need going. That's why that is the essence of this video. There's no need of you committing suicide or go and look for how to end up everything. Life still goes on, and people need you. Don't be selfish with your life. People need your smile. People need your presence. That's one of the things that God has really blessed you with that some people doesn't have. It's stayed inside of you, because we all have different things that God has inculcated inside of us. They need you. All right. So remember your loved ones, and please, when you are getting worried, know that it's other people's prayer point that God has answered that you are worried about. It's people's prayer point. If you don't know. So love you very much. If you really think that this is something that you love and you want us to share more on this, like this video and also subscribe. Turn on your bell so that you'll be notified whenever we have something like this. I love you. Thank you for staying to this time. I hope I didn't take much of your time. So see you all.